Hello. Today I'm going to discuss two quirky little rom-coms from Japan. One called Hold Me Back, released in 2020, and the second called Tremble All You Want, released in 2017. Both of these movies are pretty similar. We're both following a young woman who, despite naturally being a bit of a loner, spends most of her time obsessing over her place in the world, how she's perceived by others, and how she can become close to the one that she desires. In Hold Me Back, Mitsuko has feelings for one of her coworkers named Tada. Towards the beginning of the film, she begins to cook meals for him, and when he comes to get the meals, it's very professional at first, you know? He gets the meals, he gives her the money, they exchange a few words. She wrestles with what to do with this relationship because she doesn't want to disrupt the dynamic they already have, even if it's only her cooking some food and him showing up to get it. The scenes between the two of them really sit with the awkwardness and space between them. They're often framed really far apart, and the performances are almost as if neither of them know how to get closer to each other. In Hold Me Back, most of the film is spent just in the mind of the lead character Mitsuko. It's personified in these scenes where she's sort of talking to this invisible other version of herself. In many scenes throughout the movie, she can be seen in her day-to-day life, in public, surrounded by others, still having these out-loud conversations with this voice in her head, In Tremble All You Want, there are frequent montages throughout where the lead character Yoshika can be seen ranting about her life in great detail to the people around her, whether it's this woman on the bus she sits by, there's this fisherman on the pier she talks to. Later in the film, during this music number that kind of comes out of nowhere, it's revealed that she was never actually speaking to these people. She was just really intrigued by them from the outside. Both of these films at their core seem really interested in understanding their lead character, her ups, her downs, and all the complexities of her mind. In Hold Me Back, Mitsuko's conversations in her mind with the character of A take up a lot of the runtime of the movie, and most of these scenes just consist of Mitsuko alone in her room, having to kind of command the entire scene. There's a brief interlude in the film where Mitsuko takes a trip by herself to Rome, and while she's there, she receives a text from Tada and misinterprets it as his lack of interest, making her stop talking to him for about a week. This was a really small detail in the film, but I think it really made the romance feel unique to me. Upon returning from Rome, it feels like Mitsuko and the audience has a new perspective on the story. In Tremble All You Want, the lead character's lonesome obsessiveness leads her to build this entire relationship in her mind that she desires. Her whole life, she dreams of this boy that she briefly interacted with a couple of times in high school and how she can get him to her. She pulls many strings throughout the movie to try to get them together, make him interested in her, force them into proximity, but by the end she learns that the two of them don't even really know each other. And in the final moments, she finds solace with Ni, or number two, as she had been calling him. These two movies focus on the inner workings of the female character, what makes her angry, what she desires, how she feels about the world around her, rather than just the central romance. Despite following protagonists who worry more than they need to, constantly self-scrutinize, and deal with loneliness throughout, both of these films feel very joyous, unique, and gorgeous to look at, constantly juxtaposing these beautiful, eccentric, bright images with these quiet and devastating moments of intimacy. Okay, I think that was pretty good. I covered everything, right? I think you did. Did you make sure to give your opinion? I mean, I was going to say that I think Hold Me Back is amazing while Tremble All You Want is just kind of okay, but I didn't really think that mattered to, like, the video. Also, I think the audience could definitely pick up on that, just kind of based on how I was talking about them, right? What audience? It's likely just going to be the professor watching this. Look, there's like a discussion board on iCollege where we can post our links. Like, people will be watching this. Do you think your crush from class will tune in? No, now is not the time to mention them. There's no need. Romance is a theme in these films, just trying to be topical. And even if you post the link, most of them aren't going to watch. Nobody even liked this movie. You should have, like, just compared Memories of Murder to Parasite or something. Yeah, but, like, I think Hold Me Back was, like, the best movie we watched this whole semester. I think people just don't like movies directed by women that are about women. Film has been male-dominated forever. Like, that's just the way it is. And I think these films just appeal to, like, a lonely, anxious, like, hopeless romantic demographic that talks to themselves. And I think that is just you. Did I at least make a thoughtful analysis, though? Like, I feel like it's hard for me to articulate my feelings without just raving about how great something is. Yeah, like the analysis was thoughtful enough with some raving sprinkled in for good measure. And now you're attempting to, recreate the style of the film. I think you're good. Well, thank you, A. Thank you for always being there. So thank you for watching this video. I thought I would end with a song, since that's what happened in Tremble All You Want. I thank you for coming along. I really enjoyed studying films from East Asia. It's not so different, I've learned. There's a lot to be gained, and now I can say I've got a new perspective on the world.